What type of property can you buy in Prime District 10 for low $4 million now?
What if we tell you it is not a condo, not a cluster, but a landed 3-story semi-detached house?
Owning your landed home in prime Bukit Timah can be your reality after today. Stay tuned to find out more in this episode of Huttons Landed Division's Live Open House. Hi, welcome back. Good to see all of you again. I'm Willie.
I'm Nidhi.
I'm Marissa.
So, three of us are here now at 6th Avenue, District 10, featuring a 99-year landed semi-detached house. Actually, it's the first time we're doing so in our live open house series.
So why do you think we're here to feature a 99-year landed property today?
Well, is it because Willie just sold a 99-year-old bungalow?
Thank you, but that's not the reason. All right, actually the main reason is that in the recently concluded Q1 2024 landed market analysis, we found one very stunning discovery, which is that 99-year landed properties, among other segments, actually posted the highest growth in terms of transacted value, right, per square feet at 16%. And for the first time, pushing this category past the $1,600 mark for the first time in landed history.
So I'm here to debunk the myth about lease decay for 99-year leasehold property. So I've pulled out the data since 2000, year 2000, and the freehold 99, 999 properties are at a whopping 5.2% increase in price.
Yeah, how about 99-year landed?
Oh, is it 2%?
Yeah, I guess.
3%?
Yeah, maybe. I think, what do you think, our viewers out there? They may think it's much lower than that, but cannot be further from the truth, right?
Let me give you the info.
Yeah.
Okay, as for condo, per year it's about 4.1%. But what about 99-year leasehold? Make a guess again? Try again.
Okay, let me go higher this time. How about 4%?
You're very close. It's 4.8%.
Yeah, that's very, very close to 5.2% actually, right?
And so you can see 4.8 to 5.2, it's very marginal.
Yeah.
So the capital appreciation for 99-year leasehold property is just as good.
And it's even higher than actually condos in general. So actually a lot of people thought it doesn't really appreciate over time, but I think that's what Marissa shared. Just really debunk this very, very important myth, all right, about lease decay and the effect on capital appreciation.
That's right.
Yeah, and when we talk about capital appreciation, I think another important factor to consider is affordability.
Yes, that's right.
We do have a lot of buyers who are coming to us who are first-time landed owners or condo upgraders or HDB upgraders.
Yeah.
And then when we talk about affordability, let me share this with you. According to our recent analysis, Q1 2024, Huttons Landed Division, we found out that in District 10, the average prices for semi-D is about $9.55 million.
$9.55 million, okay?
And here's another interesting fact.
Yeah.
The house that we're going to share with you today is actually less than half the price.
Yes, at 4.18 million, that's really half the price. So even if you're a freehold 999 lover, I think this disparity will really make, I think, some of you here change your mind, right?
That's
Less than half the price. So I think that should address, I think, the affordability, because this affordability issue is not just about landed buys, actually it's across all asset class, right? It's with inflation and all this rise of cost of living, and so everyone is concerned about buying the next one. That's why also in condos, people are getting smaller and smaller properties as well. All right, but here we are not going to compromise on the size. Later you'll see it's still a semi-detached house at less than half the price.
Yes.
All right.
And that makes it actually the lowest entry point in District 10.
That's right.
So that's where we talk about the supply and demand as well, because we've been noticing that, 99 leasehold are actually becoming rarer in comparison to the freehold
yeah,
or 999.
that's true.
Because when we talk about government land sales, we look at condos.
Correct.
For landed 99, we don't have government land sales.
It makes it actually 99-year landed properties are actually rarer than freehold and
That's right.
999 ones, right? So to speak, in a sense, the rarity always breeds, rise in price and demand and all this as well. So no wonder this. And then you mentioned condos. Actually, another way that we can look at it is like condos and clusters per square feet is always based on built-up area, not land size. So if you're going to compare today, the house we're going to feature today has 3,000 square feet of built-up area. So divide by the price is less than $1,400 per square feet. And I think you ladies have done a quick check on the market right now. You viewers can also do so. It's almost impossible to find even 99-year landed, condos and apartments are going for under $1,400 per square feet if you want to do a like-for-like comparison, making I think the house even more appealing option, right?
Absolutely true. And then when we talk about some of the myths,
Yes.
some of our buyers tend to tell us that 99 leasehold properties
location.
are located.
Maybe in inferior location. You have seen the walk so far. Does it feel anywhere inferior to you? Right? It's quiet, it's peaceful. But I think two of you are the experts here, right? In a sense, what's so interesting and accessible about this location?
Definitely not inferior for sure. 6th Avenue, it's a location that everybody knows.
Yes.
It's very close proximity to Holland Village. It's very close to Dempsey. You have Bukit Timah, lots of food there. And it's close nearby to Orchard Road too.
Yeah, and you see from the map here, this part of 6th Avenue where this house is located is actually at the corner of the entire Bukit Timah so-called cluster, right? The big part where most people are familiar. But being at this part of it means that it's actually more accessible, no? We just actually walk past bus stops, am I
That's
right?
right.
Yeah, there are bus stops that brings you actually not just one way, but two directions to the two MRT stations mentioned earlier. You can go to Holland Village, you can also go,
6th
Holland Village is
Avenue.
at Circle Line, you can go to Downtown Line at 6th Avenue as well.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, and when we talk about accessibility, we also have to talk about recreational stuff.
Yes.
We just came off from the park, which is the 6th Avenue playground.
Yes.
And nearby we have the Holland Linear Park, which
Yes.
connects to the Green Corridor.
All right.
Further up connects to the Ring Corridor.
Yes.
So, if you want to take your brisk walk or even if you want to jog or cycle, this is actually the best place to be.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
one very important factor is for family with kids. It's schools.
Yeah.
So it's 1 kilometer to Henry Park Primary School
Yep.
and 2 kilometers to array
Wow,
of
a lot.
schools, good schools.
So
we are
we
not
have
talking about normal
MGS,
schools. Yeah.
Raffles Girls.
Yeah,
Hwa Chong
national
JC.
Yeah, national JC. So basically, it's 5 to 7 minutes drive, basically, right, to the main Bukit Timah school belt. I think that's also one of the reasons why a lot of people want to stay in Bukit Timah, which I'm
Especially
sure
with
is
families,
probably
who are happy to
exactly.
get their children into these schools.
Good. So now that we know that the location here is actually very accessible, we're also near to greenery, near to amenities as well. Now, how about this also a myth, right? A concern. People think that maybe 99-year landed properties are more not as well maintained or poorer, basically not in good condition.
Well, as you pan the video,
Yeah.
look at the houses around here. It's homogeneous and very visually appealing because all the houses are built around the same year. So visually, it's definitely
Because they only,
looking good.
most of them are like between
More than
20,
20
30 years. That's all. Actually makes it even newer than a lot of freehold ones, right?
Absolutely. And another interesting fact is that because it is more than just 20 to 30
Yeah.
years old, they've actually
Yes.
maximized the built up.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
you almost see like a 3.5 stories built up.
2.5, 3.5, because developers, that's what they will do to maximize it. And compared to, I think, some of the freehold ones, you have even have single-story houses, etc.
Yes.
But you're absolutely right. I think about the environment, you can really see this very nice, serene, quiet, and very so-called, what do you say, very homogeneous, right? It looks very neat, so to speak. That's something that a lot of landed buyers will want to look for in their immediate landed environment. Now, talk about the environment. How about houses? How about the interior condition? Because some people may think that 99-year properties, because 99, they're scared of, like I said, capital appreciation. They may not want to spend too much money, right, inside to renovate or to A&A, right? So now, if you now start to flip around, you can take a look at this house now. Right, we're now at this corner semi-D. One look you can tell is none of what has been said. In fact, actually, you don't even have to do A&A or any enhancement to the exterior with, except for some so-called maintenance like a new paint job, because this 3-story semi-D, which sits on 2190 square feet of land, has 3,000 square feet of built-up area, and inside there's 5+1 bedrooms, okay? how does it look like inside, I think the next segment, I think will give you viewers out there the answer to the question that we just said earlier. Are you ready to take a look at the inside? All right, before we go in, let's have a better understanding of not just this house, this is development, all right? This entire development here that you can see, very homogeneous designs, they're actually built in 1996, make it just shy of 30 years old. So they're all just plus 20 plus years old, all right? But among this, I think there's a reason why owner chose this plot, all right?
Absolutely, yes. And you can tell that it's right at the corner. Maintaining its exclusivity, but at the same time, you can actually see it's a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
And not just on this side, but on this side as well.
So we have, this is the end of the road. This side is also the end of the road, you notice, right? So even though it's very near to 6th Avenue, but there's no road access, meaning that the roads are very quiet. It's only your neighbors.
Yeah, so
also means you have more parking space as well, right? More parking
Absolutely.
space as well. So you can see from here, the frontage of this house has this very classic Victorian look. All right, it's similar to all the neighbors here. One thing Nidhi has mentioned is quite important. This side are all in the terrace. Behind us here are all semi-Ds. But despite that, they're all in clusters, right? Different pairs. Ours is kind of standalone by itself, right? So even though the land size is just a bit shy of 2,200 square feet, 2190, it has a pretty impressive presence. It's more than 8 meters. And then the side, if you come here to see, this is about 25 to 26 meters. All right, so giving you a very, very nice elevated so-called presence. Yeah. Actually, the elevator part is something that makes it interesting because sometimes landed owners may not want to have too wide of a frontage being exposed to neighbors. But later, once you go in, you really take a peek from here. Of course, the owners have really grown a lot of plants, foliage, I think to create a very natural shield, privacy screen, so to speak. I really like this, right? From here, you can see, now there's a house with the trees or with the plants.
Yeah. It also looks very well maintained, not just from the outside, but later when you'll show us on the inside as well.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so you have some space here. I wouldn't say this for parking, but at least, from when you're inside, you're looking outwards, you can't park on this side, so you have more walking space as well. Okay, so now we are stepping in. Now, Nidhi, you mentioned you like the car porch a lot. Why?
I just love all the light that comes in, yet the facing is not really...
I'm very practical. I just like the shelter. It's so hot now, right, so to speak.
That's true. So the good thing about this house is it's not west facing, but at the same time you have all this natural light coming in, so you can enjoy this space. You have a nice little garden here. Yeah. And then you still have the patio space outside. Yeah.
You can see how the owner uses this. Of course, you can park your car here. The fact that this house, very important, faces northeast and southeast. There's absolutely no west sun coming in. So the sun that we're facing with the outside actually is at the back of the house. So once this is sheltered, you can see how the owners have decked this space up. There's some outdoor furniture set, smaller dining. This is actually, the owner told me he actually works here. Bring his laptop out, have his cup of tea, because frankly, not many cars will pass by, right? This is also a cul-de-sac.
I was just going to say that this is perfect actually for a morning cup of coffee.
Yeah. The fan is strategically placed in this sense also.
True.
Okay, so let's take a look at the side. We have your typical 2 meter setback. Now this is where it becomes quite interesting. Remember, this is elevated. This is the road level is actually lower than us. So from where I'm standing now, when cars pass by, you can hardly see. All right, very hardly see. And of course, like I said, this row of trees and plants here really helps to create,
I think that's just an add-on so to speak. Privacy part that we were talking about earlier. It has this exclusivity, but the elevation itself adds another level to it.
Yeah, like the way you're elevated now, but it's fine. But you can see it's elevated even further here. There's another small patio later. We'll show you from the other side. So this is kept very clean, your typical 2 meters setback. So if you have other ideas like putting plants, planter boxes, and I will personally recreate another patio, because that part is also partially sheltered already, so that part can be used.
Yeah, absolutely.
In that sense. So with a house like this outside, it's quite inviting in terms of the presence. Neighbors on this side, you have a sufficient privacy wall, okay, but yet air can still come in through as well, out on this side. So let's take a look behind the doors, okay, to see what's in store for us on level 1.
Wow.
Aircon aside, what do you like about this living room? Yeah.
Definitely the high ceilings. It gives such a nice feel when you come into the house. It just makes you feel like it's such a huge space.
Exactly. I think every time we bring buyers in, they are a bit surprised. Of course, this is already a semi-D, but the land size being a bit more compact, they expected something smaller. Right, of course, you can see that the width here is quite decent. The high ceiling is about 6.5 meters, 6.5 meters. But I think what is magical and what helps to enhance is really all these big windows, sliding doors, here, here, and here as well. Like we said earlier, there's no west sun, right? No west sun. Northeast and southeast, you can leave this on whether with the curtains or not. Or like now, even though it's very hot, you can really challenge the weather a bit, put it on, open this and this, and then you can really enhance, I think, the usable space. They're kind of like bringing the outdoors in.
Definitely, yeah. And this is perfect for, entertainment. You can actually have like this indoor-outdoor experience.
Yeah. Talk about entertainment, there's a sofa set here. Yeah, and you notice there's still a lot of space here. So for you to put another 2-seater, 3-seater is not a problem. The interesting thing is the choice of furnishing they have. Owners told me when they first moved in, all right, they have to rip off a lot of old so-called carpentry, in a sense. So now it's a lot cleaner. Do you prefer this, right? It's a bit more minimalistic.
They've kept it so minimalistic and, very, very clean. So the next buyer who has to come in can actually appreciate the space.
Yeah, then you can actually imagine the space and do it up yourself, so to speak, So and this wall keeps staring at me, so very, very high wall. What would you do?
What would you put it on there?
For a good purpose. Of course, it reflects light, helps to keep the place clean. I don't know, I'm not an art collector, but this will be an excellent place to put your art, right? I'll put photos, posters, etc. And but because of the height and the depth that we have, another where it's very common now is they do those kind of a double volume, like a library, in a sense, storage with a ladder, right? That's what I'll do. So I will create a double volume storage of basically your favorite things, collectibles from everywhere you travel. Well, in that sense.
You can still keep the high ceiling.
Yeah, because you still have a lot of space. You don't need to put your TV here. TV can be on this side as well, right? This little window here is very interesting. Can you see on that side? Okay, this one helps to keep off, give you some privacy. Again, this window is very classical Victorian style. That's it, a lot of light. And again, no west sun. But even at this angle now, you're staring up, you're just seeing the sky. There's somehow just something very picturesque about this house. Though. Everywhere you go, every little picture or little, what do you call it, a corner of the outdoors, I think is very, very unique.
Absolutely agree. And actually the whole space in itself is very, very functional because here you have a designated living and dining.
Yes.
So, you can have your entertainment here and then you can actually have a specific area for your dining needs at the same time.
There are some buyers with elderly folk where the steps, even though it's just 3 steps, this is quite comfortable. Might be a hindrance. What would you propose?
Yeah, you could possibly have, just ramp up here.
That's outside, right? Yeah, because it's semi-D, there's a lot of space there. We saw the 2 meters outside just now. Very comfortable, just do a slight gradient. You can come up and come straight to here. So you can access level 1 and 2, basically, right? Sorry, not level 1, sorry, the living and basically the dining without being hindered by the steps.
Yeah, because you have the opening here as well.
True.
So you could directly come in from here.
Yeah, that's true. The same patio actually outside you can do here. Again, no west sun. And I like that there's a fixed wall here. So you don't really know what's happening outside. It's really, really full privacy. Whatever you're eating, etc. Family conversations, I think this is quite comfortable. I would basically put some plants, water feature maybe, right?
Yes,
some water feature,
sharing that earlier.
right? Water feature, put a fan here, etc. This is quite also again quite a good extension of your dining experience, in a sense, right? So here you take a peep at towards outside. This is very now neatly kept. Okay, very, very neat. It really gives you a very good idea on the space. And later we will show you the backyard and you can understand when the space gets combined together, the whole view, right, of this very regular shaped plot of land, what it really provides. Dining space, we have now 6-seater.
Definitely can put about 8-seater and still have the space, to move around.
Yeah.
But another thing that I like about the house is how well maintained it is, especially if you look at the floor, the marble floor. That's one thing that a lot of our buyers do talk to us.
Yeah, this is actually very good quality marble, right, from the 90s. Although original, it is very, very well maintained.
That's true, and that does help save a lot with the renovation.
True. Yeah, that's true.
You have this house which is ready to move, very well maintained. You just have to bring your bags and move in.
Yeah, exactly, right? So even simple things like, besides the aircon, there's also fan here as well. There's a small little storage on this side, okay, to help you keep the place a bit more clutter-free. Couple of walls here. I think this will be a nice place for like a little bar counter or even a dry kitchen. You can do an island on this side. All
That's
right?
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now what we have is an enclosed kitchen. In a while, we're going to show you why this enclosed kitchen is better. But if you want an open concept, this wall can be removed and then just do an island on this side. So from inside, you can see all the way out because this is not a structural wall. So that will even enhance it further, right? But Nidhi, you said you like this kitchen a lot. So maybe...
Definitely. I think as females,
Why?
we
Because it's
always,
big? Because it's what? White? What is it?
I think in general, like it has the space that you need.
Just
because-
nice, right? I think
Yes.
everything is within reach, you know. So you have a carpentry on every side. Sometimes you see C shape, whatever. This is like a C shape. Then you have one more panel on the side. A lot of storage.
Yes.
No.
And the favorite part is actually the air con.
Yes, it's air conditioned. I think that's the best thing about enclosed kitchen.
That's true.
You can cook, prepare food, I think, in comfort. All right. Besides, of course, the choice of what do you call this? Appliances, your oven, stove, and there's also a space you want to put a dishwasher. This is a big fridge, right? If you want, this one can be placed outside as well. I also like having this window here again. So in a bit of wall privacy. Then again, you have the opening on the side. You can see quite far away. On the elevator, we see when they were doing your dishes outside, the cars just drive past, but they can't really see you because we're slightly higher
Yes, that's
than
true.
the rest in a sense. So yeah, it's quite a right size.
Yeah, it's
I agree.
quite a lot of built-in space
a lot of
actually within the
storage.
cabinets itself.
Yeah.
Like this cabinet up here that you were highlighting to me earlier.
You are really very detailed. Yeah, so yeah.
Well, we have to make sure that we find
Go on,
the
let's have a
storage
kitchen.
space.
Yeah, much better person to say about this. I just thought I like that there's a lot of storage, right? In a sense, so you can keep this, and this being also like in still well-maintained condition means, because just how we mentioned, because one group of buyers, if in case you are an investor, you just want to buy, right, 4 million plus, buy a landed semi-D, this is ready to be rented out. It's ready to be rented out. There's no need to refurbish everything, and then
That's true.
yeah, because I like for being 20 plus, some of the original condition here out, they actually retained the old developers so-called fittings, that brown color type, whatever. So might be a bit dated, but this one is, I think, quite a refreshed look.
Yep, definitely.
So to speak, how to make it bigger. So a family of a house of this size, usually you need to have a helper. So where does the helper stay? Okay, actually it's not just stay, just like live, because this is quite a big space.
Yeah.
There's one helper's room here. The current owner has no helper, so this is now converted to a big storeroom. You can just take a peep inside, all right? So the helper, when you come out, you can do heavy cooking here. And then the yard, wow, this is quite big, huh? This is bigger than usual. Why is that so?
True. So basically the setback here should be about 2 meters, but we already have the space
This
of
is about 2.8.
2.9.
Yeah, 2.9, yes, yeah, 2.9. So about a 1 meter more, about 31/3 bigger. With this, it gives you a lot more flexibility, really, right, in terms of what you want to do, in a
Right.
sense, right? One thing is, I'll be very tempted, if the camera can pull back, right? You can see this space here. You can literally just enclose this. Right, enclose this, and let's say break down this wall, make the kitchen bigger, have
Yeah,
your
you can just
wet
extend the
kitchen
whole thing.
enclosed. You still have space outside to do laundry. Speaking of which, the only glimpse of basically west sun is actually coming from this angle. All right, but I think it comes with, this is actually worth it. Can you see here now? Being in the corner, you can see the clear blue sky above. Because
Yeah.
with that, with the sun also means there's a lot of natural wind.
That's
a lot
true.
of natural wind.
And that's important at the same time,
yeah.
because you want to have that natural flow.
Yeah, and it's the best place to do laundry, right? You can see signs of this laundry rack.
I
owner
would
does
definitely
this.
put some plants here as well.
True.
Because
Yeah, you
that's
can just
something
dress
that
this
allow
up.
them to
With plants, you can put your bicycles here, outdoor so-called fittings, etc. Or this can be placed here, or even maybe even an outdoor gym. Because I really like this corner.
That's
From
true.
this side, okay, like where we are, again, elevated, you can see the whole house from the front, from here as well. So even sometimes as you cook, I know a lot of my owners, when they love to cook, they like to taste here. They can actually just, from here can pass
they
to
can
the
ring
patio
around.
on the side.
That's true. Don't have to go
And
through the.
you can even do those kind of what do you call this, like catering, right? Catering, you can do one
that's
big
true.
row on this side, have a
This
barbecue
would be the perfect
party.
space actually.
Yeah, barbecue party and all this as well. So that's good.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to put up the barbecue pit, this would be
Yes,
the first place
yes.
to actually put a barbecue
Yeah.
pit.
I don't know what they have captured from the camera so far. Do you realize that at our back here is also open? Right? Later, it's more obvious when we go to level 2. Marissa will show you, because this is a favorite part. You can tell that because there's a setback required because of the unique position of only this house, not even the semi-D, not even our neighbor. Only here we have this basically unblocked view, right? What is behind here later will be more evident from level 2 and level 3, right? So now you can see the whole house, about 2,002 square feet. Actually feels a bit bigger, no? Slightly
Definitely.
bigger. A lot of buyers who came, they really enjoy the space and the so-called options that it actually offers them. But this house also has 5 rooms, remember? 5+1? So we've seen the +1. Maybe we can start to show the first room.
Let's go.
So with a +1 here, we also have +1 at the attic, okay, which we'll show you at the end. But the first room here, which is very convenient, and especially a multi-generation family or even your kids want to have a study room or playroom, right? This room here, multi-purpose, it can be a granny's room. Now there's only one single bed, but is there possibility to put a queen size bed?
Definitely, you can put a queen size bed this way. The good thing about this room is that actually the wardrobe is built in.
Yes.
So it's tucked on the side.
Yeah.
And it's really deep.
You don't need extra space for that. And the ceiling height makes it wider. This is about 3.2 meters. Makes it feel bigger with the windows here as well. And just now we were at the back. Remember, we have more setback space that's underutilized. So this part, you can break it down, push it back a bit more if you want to. Let's say create another wardrobe.
Yeah, but you can have more space in this
area. More space, yeah. But the important thing is this is ensuite. Remember, this house, all 5 rooms are ensuite, right? All 5 rooms are attached to bathroom. So this is now clad in marble. Like the living room flooring, this is the original marble, very classic, warm tones. You can see, but very, very well maintained. I think with the workmanship, I think in the era is really undeniable, right? There's a separator here. This is your shower. So the small windows at the back. So, and also here as well. So very well ventilated. So if you have a elderly folks staying, your parents staying, guests coming, for young families, you just want this as a, I don't know, TV room, playroom, I don't know, mahjong room, etc. You don't have to walk out to use the bathroom.
To do that.
This can be used. It can be used. I remember one family who came and they are happy enough with the 4+1 room upstairs. You know what you do? You can actually remove this wall. Right, you can remove this wall, all right, and then behind us was the kitchen. So you can actually combine this together and make a much larger dry, wet kitchen come dining area.
That's true.
Come dining area. So I think with a layout like this, it's pretty flexible.
There's a lot of flexibility in terms of what you can do with the space.
Exactly. Now they're almost completed level 1. Nidhi, what's your favorite part of this floor?
I will still go for the ceiling.
Still go for the ceiling, yeah. It's something, I mean, if you stay in a condo, you just can have this. Even if you do, you're charged for the space.
That's true.
No, you're not, right? So our 3,000 square feet of usable space does not even
inclusive of
yeah, exactly. So now, have you had a very good tour of the first floor? Are you curious to take a look at level 2 and 3 together?
Yeah.
Let's take a look. I shall continue with level 2 with Marissa. Let's take a look. Alright, finally the living floors where the bedrooms are. So we are now at level 2. But before we go to the bedrooms, this is what greets you.
Okay, so this is a good size family entertainment room area.
Yes.
So Willie, what will you do with this area?
You can see now owners have placed a piano here, right? But this being the size, very squarish, with this very, very nice little arc here, I think there's a lot of possibilities. I personally would like to have a second living area. Right, put some sofa, cushion, reading area, even a small TV as well, so that in case you need to entertain or family members want to entertain downstairs, I or you may still have another second entertainment area here. Yourself?
Me.
Especially if you have children.
Yes.
I know what's on your mind.
Yes, because I have kids, so definitely this would be either a study area or a play area for my kids, so that while I'm watching TV downstairs, I can hear what the kids are doing.
That's true. Especially later, we're going to show you there are 2 rooms there. If you have 2 children occupying 2 rooms, this could be their study area. So their study table doesn't have to be inside the bedroom. They can just come out here, right? And this we're making also the best use of a high ceiling that we mentioned. The double volume ceiling is not enjoyed just by occupants or guests on the first floor. On the second floor here, you also get to see this vastness, right, in terms of the volume of space here that you see. So what is interesting, I like this window. Somehow it just captures this, don't forget, it's a semi-D, right? So, and we actually have windows on that side, but they've kept this actually still enclosed, I think, which is good. It lets in, I think, a lot more privacy. But there's a little pocket of windows let you enjoy, I think, our immediate environment a lot better, right?
And
so,
also natural lighting.
Yeah.
I think it's very important, you know, with natural lighting, you save a lot on electricity.
Yeah, exactly. And remember, Nidhi and I said the opposite are just semi-Ds. Not only are there semi-Ds now, it becomes a lot apparent because you can see the gardens of the neighbor. You can see this actually now there's an air pocket in between the two immediate neighbors just opposite us. So there's a lot of wind coming through, and there is nice little greenery as well. And you can see the undulating landscape of being this part of Bukit Timah. So I think it's very picturesque. I don't know. It looks
There's
like
another window the other side.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So over this side, we're a good distance away. So the boundary wall is usually 2 meters, and your neighbors are really far away, so you don't have prying eyes looking into the house.
Exactly.
So it's of a good distance.
I think there's a very specific advantage of being a corner unit, right? Only a corner unit will give you, because if it's just normal semi-Ds that you have just about 4 meters away, you will see your neighbor already. Now, as Marissa is opening, it's a bright, hot day. I think now it's about 35, 37 degrees, but this is facing towards the north. So you can get to see the trees, the leaves are moving. You still get a lot of natural wind coming into
I think you can feel the wind while,
exactly. Even though it's very
while
hot
we are
outside.
standing here.
Makes sense. So having this window here gives you, I think, a lot more options, right? That whether you place a study table, sofa, etc. I think this makes the whole place a lot brighter and airy as well, right? Behind Marissa, what gives you, I think, an idea of how this wall space can be used now is, of course, a storage of the owner's toy collection. But in case you have, I don't know, books, what do you collect, Marissa? What would you put here?
My kids love reading, so
there'll be a lot of books.
There's
right?
a lot of books, so this can
space.
be also a nice reading area for the family.
Nice little niche in a sense, so to speak. So it's being a corner. I think the owner actually, when they chose this place, remember, I helped to sell their previous place. They were previously staying in the Thompson area. They're surrounded by greenery. In the next 2 rooms, you will see one very important point why they chose this part, being near to greenery visually, all right, and of course physically is very important. So let's take a look at the rooms.
So let's enter the first bedroom. The size of the bedroom is definitely larger than a common bedroom in a condominium. There's 4 panels of doors for wardrobe. And this room, you definitely can fit a king-size bed. Currently, it's a queen-size bed, including a vanity table or a study table can be in this room. And what I like about this room, it's the balcony.
So small, so cute, but the important thing is what's behind, right?
Yep.
Remember, the owners like to be surrounded by greenery.
greenery,
Yeah,
yes.
so can you see how far it is? That's basically the green leaf forest. You can see how tall the canopies are, right? So it's almost from here visually, you can see how high basically the greenery is. It's a very, very pleasant sight. Even
And
on
it's
a hot day.
unblocked.
Yeah, exactly. Only, I think, a house with this kind of unique position will you get unblocked view, even from just one of the rooms, not just the front and the back. So even the houses at the back are going to be rebuilt, they still need to keep their setback. So guaranteeing you this unblocked view and feel, I must say, if you're in front of the camera now. So this balcony here is, although it's quite small, you can actually do a smaller table here. Another option you can do is to remove this and then push this to the back. Do either this kind of zip track balconies, or even do a fixed windows here, and thereby enlarging the size of this room further. Right? This could be a small little counter space also. Right? Then you notice I just slip past from this angle. It means actually this is ensuite. All right? Not only is this ensuite, this is a Jack and Jill, typical Jack and Jill. You can see the size of the bathroom here. Very neatly organized. I like the fact that the 3 most important parts, the vanity, shower, the WC, are all laid on one wall, leaving one wall left, all right, for basically storage, hanging of towels, etc. Right? All this has been renovated by the owner. Very nice, cool color palette, so to speak. And these small little 4 windows are very, very cute. You can see on this side, right? So if you open up, you get to maximize, I think, the wind and ventilation even further on this side. I think having a ventilated bathroom is very important. Okay, so on this side, wind comes in and then assisted by not just one balcony, the second balcony is here, right? I think the layout of this house, architect, when they designed this, really wants this symmetry in terms of the space. So you have a similar balcony here, and then this will lead you to the second bedroom. Although it's a different shape from the one that Marissa has just showed, you can still see this is very sizable. King, queen size bed, not an issue. There's even space for a side table. This is actually foldable, but you can actually put it up and still have space. 4-door wardrobe is here as well. The wall behind me also is another option for you to place the bed. So you can actually swap this around and put your TV, right, console in front, or a study table there. So being very squarish, I think gives the occupant, gives you or your children, for example, I think a lot more flexibility, right? Yeah.
And not only that, you can actually enlarge this room into the master bedroom.
That's a great idea, yeah, because some people don't want to climb, for example, to
That's
level
right,
3.
that's right.
So this be having just one bathroom combined together, it'd be a huge, a very sizable master bedroom. Then we still have anyway 2 more junior en-suites upstairs. So the layout of this house really, I think, very, very flexible for many family types.
Yeah, especially compared to the new launches. The room size, it's this size of this bedroom.
Yeah.
It's in fact larger than a new launch master
Like the
bedroom.
master bedroom, exactly. Okay, so going back again, I think occupants staying here, it could be your 2 children. If you have 2 children, 2 boys, 2 girls, 1 boy, 1 girl, I think they can share the bathroom quite
That's
easily,
right,
making it
that's
very
right.
convenient. And I really like the fact that once you come up, it's not straight away just the staircase, right? You still have an open space like this. It's almost like a little, small little enclosure of your own.
And what I like about it is that it's very bright.
Exactly.
Spacious with the foyer looking it down.
True. You notice there's not many ceiling lights, etc. All just they need is one chandelier. Quite lowly hung, so you want to change your bulbs and all this is quite easy as well. Right? Oh, there's one more essentially. Have you seen this possibility? You can see there's a roof car porch there. So if you want to really enhance this space further, is actually to extend this, all right, apply this and create another foyer if you want to, right? Extension maybe just half or 2/3, and then this will allow you not to just to reach that side, but you can also convert the car porch into a walkout roof terrace.
That's a
if you
very
like
good
to.
idea.
Personally, that's what I would do, right? To maximize this because especially when the environment is quite nice, and then enjoy the breeze even further. So that's what we have for you on 2nd floor. Do you want to know what is 3rd floor?
Yeah.
Right, what's
come-
on the 3rd floor?
Let's come
take a
up.
look. Okay, 3rd floor is where there are 2 en-suites, right? 1 master, 1 junior master. Maybe you viewers can make a guess first. Is it a master or junior master? What do you think? Is it big enough to be a master? I think to Marissa, this is good enough, right, for as a master bedroom, because this one compared to the rooms downstairs, they're very regular. You can see the shape here, right? Quite regular. Big wardrobes on the side, and I think Marissa is going to show you now from level 3 what is the kind of view that it will give you.
We are on level 3 now, and the view gets better.
Yeah.
So you have a look. It's all greens. It's unblocked.
And again, if you open this, the wind gets stronger as well, right? And this is where, of course, where the buses, the 6th Avenue is. But even with this proximity, actually you don't get to hear. We're actually far enough, right, for you. So, and let you enjoy, I think, convenience, but yet without, I think, the interruptions from basically the sound from the road. Wow, I can really feel the wind. Can you see? Even on a hot day like this. Right, so here this is very regular shape. You can see now, like basically level 1, level 2, the whole house. The owners have kept the furnishing relatively quite simple, meaning that after the sale, right, all those things will be removed, giving I think the new owner a lot more so-called options in terms of how they want to place out
Yes.
their furniture. Then the bathroom, this is also ensuite as well. So Marissa can show them that inside the 6 windows.
So it's a good sized bathroom with standing shower, and what is important in the bathroom is ventilation. So you have 6 windows, great for ventilation. And once you open up, you can see greeneries once again.
This has also been renovated, so we have chosen the same color palette, right? Very modern, very cool. Literally cool colors, cool color tones here, so it's easy to match. I think a lot of families, so-called interior design needs a lot of storage here as well, right? So I think this room is big enough to house a single person, but definitely even a couple as well, right? You can see here there's enough wardrobe space, etc. So what do you think? This is big enough to be a master bedroom still?
Definitely, but
The real master bedroom
is
is
going to be
coming.
even bigger.
Yeah, even
and this
bigger.
room, it's very regular in shape as compared to downstairs two rooms that we saw earlier. This room is even larger than the 2 rooms we saw earlier.
That's right. Yeah. So we have seen 4 ensuite bedrooms. This is the last, and of course we leave the last for the best. So we just walk across a small little hallway. You can see there's give you a peep of what's going to show you on level 4 later. Right. So now this master, I'm now walking all the way to the back. First thing after you get across the door is the same view here. Again, like what Marie said, the view gets better, right? Can you see on this side? So you have the semi-detached there, you have this pockets of airspace in front, and we are very, very good distance from the next neighbor. So when you're sleeping here, resting here, let's say on your own chaise lounge, and even put a study table, is really, really very tranquil. Very relaxing, I think, after you come back, right, from work. Again, I feel the wind.
Yes.
Again, I emphasize a very hot day, still, I think the wind is flowing through. Okay. There's also pockets of space from where I'm standing. This used to be a smaller balcony. They have converted this, right, this little nook into storage space. You can use this for storage. You can use this as a small study. And then there is one row, or actually 2 rows of wardrobes here, right? Walk-in wardrobes, you can see from here. All right, so 4 doors on this side. Again, this gives you a lot of, up to you. This can be a TV corner, right? TV console, can be a small study. For ladies who want more makeup space, for example, I think you'll find this quite useful.
Or even
right?
an island, small island vanity top.
Yeah. I'm quite, well, if given a chance, I'll prefer not to go all the way down, right, to get the food. This can also be a small pantry, either this nook or that little nook. So, and if you think this is the only wardrobe space you have, I think what Marissa is going to show you next will surprise you.
Even more.
The original wardrobe space is there.
So this doesn't have 4 panels, but 6 panels in total. So plus the wardrobe just now you saw before, this
Altogether
6
more
panel,
than 10 panels,
yeah,
yes.
you would have more than enough space. And once you walk into the bathroom, there is his and her sink, a luxurious size bathroom. So this it doesn't feel like a 99-year landed, right? It feels like a freehold, similar to a freehold. It's just as luxurious.
Feels like a hotel, Marissa. I don't know. The way they have done this place up, right? I think just now was the cool palette tones. It's a bit more warmer. A lot more space. Same windows.
Same windows, 6 panels. So great ventilation you have in the bathroom, which is important.
Yeah, talking about windows, so the camera can see. So I'm a bit fascinated about the little small windows. You can see up there, 6 more. I think we are used to having just one big panel, right? But I think when you open, either rain comes in, and these are small little cute ones again. Right, you can decide how much light you want to come in. Of course, all these are already frosted, so you have a lot of privacy. Imagine someone is changing here, in a sense. So I think this, again, gives you the light and to complement also the bathroom as well.
Yeah.
Okay, do you like this bathroom? I think it's small. Wow, do you find it very feminine? Even a guy like me, I find it very soothing. Right, the word is very soothing.
Yeah, I like it.
Talk about windows again. If you step back and see from here, left, right, they are all windows. Again, this again reminds you, enhances the fact that this is a corner unit, right? This is a corner unit. You have light coming from both sides. No west sun, again. So you could literally come here, even let's say lazing on a weekend afternoon, and you will not be disturbed by sound or by, for example, privacy, right? Prying eyes from neighbors, etc.
Yes.
I think that's very important.
Yeah, and what I like about it is every window, once I look out of it, it's always the green.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Every part is like a little
Every,
painting. Yeah,
yes.
everyone's really, really, really nice in a sense. So very comforting and very soothing as well. Ceiling fans already attached, aircon on this side. So you can see this master bedroom, why the owners also chose to use this as a master bedroom. So if you and your, let's say, spouse also, I think, like this, because you really need to come here and feel the space for yourself.
And this is a king size bed, by the way, and you can feel the space.
Yeah, there's
how
still a lot of
spacious
space to
it
walk
is.
around.
Yes.
Exactly. So we've seen the 5 bedrooms, right? Remember we said this house has a 5+1+1. So now the developer for this design, right, for this, so certain house have this 4th floor or attic, some don't. But this house is one of the fortunate ones. So I'm going to show you what is upstairs here. So you can see this is not done by the owner. This actually comes together with the development when it was built. So the idea of this is create a little space, multi-purpose room, I would say. Instead of us showing you how big this place is, thankfully now as we come, the owners have a guest. All right, so the guests, by the way, amongst so many rooms, actually chose to stay here. So you can see you can put a queen size mattress, smaller wardrobe, and this luggage and all this. So there's a lot of storage because the ceiling height here is higher. Again, you have windows coming in here. Right, so I think this can be a study, like you said, Marissa, for your children. Can small study table, small study area, can be an entertainment room. If you play games, can be for, I think, for example, you want to have your own privacy during office hours for your stay-at-home work. I think this would be quite ideal. Right,
I have another idea. It would be good for ladies that does yoga or Pilates,
exactly,
or fitness buff. as a gym for them.
Yeah, exactly, right? Because now not too big, not too small, just the right size, and you don't need to take up a precious so-called space downstairs. So
That's
that's
right.
really this fourth floor attic. Even though there's no bathroom, I think is a very convenient so-called addition, I think, to enhance the usability of this entire space.
And the ceiling height is also good. You know, some attics, the ceiling height is very low, so you feel intimidated. But over here, it's just nice.
Yes, exactly. So now we have seen the 5 bedrooms plus the helper plus this attic. Are you convinced that this house, in terms of layout and number of rooms, is really a good upgrade, especially if you're coming from, let's say, a condo, or even for example, even if you come from a landed, right? So a 2-story landed, the incremental usable space and the number of stories will make this house a very so-called valuable upgrade, so to speak. Okay?
I'm definitely convinced.
Exactly. So shall we now join Needy back in the living hall? Let's go.
Sure.
Now that we've come to the end of this house tour, I hope you viewers out there are now convinced by the unique qualities, all right, of this 3-story semi-detached house with 5+1+1 rooms in prime Bukit Timah, going for only $4.18 million. So who do you think actually will be the target buyers or be most attracted to this house?
What do you think?
Well, I definitely think condo upgraders in this area.
True, yes.
Families who are looking for more rooms or a bigger space.
The space, like 3,000 square feet. So.
Right, and at the same time, we're in the Bukit Timah belt, 1 kilometer to Henry Park Primary School, so that will definitely be a good...
True, attractive entry price. I think this appeals not just to people who are staying here. I think even if you're out of Bukit Timah, you will find now you can finally move into Bukit Timah at an accessible price point. Correct?
Yes, and also for landed owners, that is right sizing, so they can cash out and also, release their equity and move to still a landed.
True, and then still block,
the price.
Yeah, now that the value of money has gone up so much, right? So you can basically enjoy retirement and still not still enjoy landed living, right?
Definitely. And that makes it very attractive for the investors as well.
True,
Because,
now they've debunked the financial part of it, right? Capital appreciation.
Yeah, and together with capital appreciation, why not enjoy rental yield as well?
True, that's true, yeah. And also let's not forget that a very common group of landed buyers are actually existing owners, right? Whether you are in larger or freehold 991s, they're actually buying a house or supporting their children, right? To buy a house near them, so to speak. So instead of spending the same $3 to $4 million on a condo, why not give your children a similar landed experience, right, where you are still nearby and then you still enjoy, of course, the space and also the environment as well. So this will be, I think, another potential group, right? So if you are looking for a house for your son, daughter-in-law, children, I think that's a very attractive proposition. Now, enough about, I think, all the finance and numbers. How about the house itself? Is there anything that attracts you the most?
Well, I love the house. I love the foyer. I love the high ceiling. What about you, Needy?
I definitely love the exclusivity because it's right at the corner, but at the same time, it's really accessible. Just off, we have the playground and then we have the bus stop, and we can actually go towards the MRT station. So I think that is a really good point for me.
What I do like is that this house, can see, it's almost move-in ready, right? The condition is actually a lot better than a lot of even some of the freehold ones that we see. So your move-in costs will be a lot lower, making again your entry price and your total overall cost of owning a landed in District 10 a lot more affordable and attractive. Right, so if you and your family are keen to take a look at this house in person, we definitely welcome you. Just give any of us here a call and we're most happy to show you around. Once again, my name is Willie.
I'm Nidhi.
I'm Maricel.
And we welcome you to join us in the next episode of Huttons Landed Division's Live Open House.